Originally for the Chapter 8 killer, Behavior had two different ideas. The first one was a World War I soldier with gas grenades, and the second one was a clown who could throw balloons which revealed the auras of nearby survivors and allowed him to teleport to them. Both concepts were considered interesting, and in order to get the best out of both worlds, the devs combined them into one and created a clown who throws gas grenades. Well, maybe not exactly grenades, because these are just bottles filled with some kind of homebrew toxin, but the game files refer to them as gas bombs, so shut the f up. Some whip names for the clown were the Ringmaster and the Medicine Man, but all of them were eventually scratched in favor of the clown, because he's a clown, and Behavior is a company of very creative people apparently. The first time the community had a glimpse of the new killer was, no, not on the PTB, but rather through postcards given to attendees of PAX East 2018. The PTB for the clown came out 2 months after this, and this is where the survivors' hate for this character started. Why? Denying pallets, denying windows, pinky finger, can't see anything, ugly, pinky finger, laughs in your face, pinky finger. Though to be fair, at the release, playing as the clown was no less annoying. First of all, according to the patch notes, the original version of the clown had, and I'm gonna quote the devs here, unresponsive projectile throwing interaction. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the hell Behavior meant by this weird corporate speak, but since the only projectiles the clown has are his bottles, I guess there used to be some sort of a delay between pressing M2 and seeing the clown actually throw a bottle. But the problem is that when I went to patch 2.3.3 in order to see for myself how it used to work back in the day, I found absolutely zero difference from the live version of the game. I have literally just no idea what's different here. I have no idea what's different in this patch. It just looks the same to me. Like, you tap the button and oh my god, I missed. You just tap the button and the bottle goes. Are you gonna vote? Oh, you didn't vote. Yeah, no, it kind of looks the same to me. It literally just looks the same to me. Maybe I need to do like a frame-by-frame comparison, but yeah, I mean, the fact that I would have to do that in order to spot the difference, I think it just means that there's no difference. There's a huge chance that this is just me being stupid and missing something super obvious. So if you know exactly what the devs meant by unresponsive projectile throwing, definitely let me know in the comments. Wow, what a smooth comment bait. Everybody's totally gonna fall for this. On top of this, the old clown had several other, more noticeable drawbacks. One of them was a little speed penalty after throwing bottles. Not while charging bottles, not after cancelling them, but after actually throwing them. Yeah, you're done for here. Oh yeah, I think there is a little bit of a slowdown. Why didn't you drop it, you silly thing? Yeah, there's a little bit of a slowdown. Let me see. Yeah, for like about like 0.3 or like 0.5 second, I think I'm becoming like a 4.0 killer, or maybe even less, I'm not sure. I don't want to be too dramatic and pretend that it made him completely unplayable, but it certainly gave survivors more time to get rid of the hindered status effect and reach the pallet. Another issue of the old clown was his obnoxiously long reloading animation. Before the rework in 2021, it used to last a full 5 seconds. Alright, I'm just resetting the timer and count, I guess?
1, 2, 3.
Alright, perfect.
Stop.
5:47. Well, it's not exactly 5, but I mean, it's close to 5, so I guess we can just take it. And if as a clown main, this fact didn't just make you want to cry like it's your first time getting bullied by a flashlight squad, that's probably because you have no soul. Or because you simply forgot that while reloading, the game actually slows you down. A lot. To 1.61 meters per second if you want the exact number. And being this slow for 5 seconds... well, let's just say it wasn't the most pleasant experience. Especially Meat Chase, because if the survivor you were after was not a complete baby, they would most definitely use this time as a free getaway ticket. Let's see if I can... No, I think this is too safe. Okay, whatever. Now go somewhere else, go somewhere else. Oh my god, please, that's so long. That's how much distance I gave you, apparently. Man, imagine if this version of the game actually had made for this. I probably wouldn't be able to catch you, like, never? And unlike today, you wouldn't be able to quickly make up for the lost distance by speeding yourself up using the afterpiece antidote, colloquially known as simply yellow bottles. Because back then there was no such thing as yellow bottles. So minus bloodlust and a bunch of other perks which affect the killer's movement speed, there was pretty much no way the clown could move faster than a standard 4.6 meters per second. The lack of afterpiece antidote also had a negative impact on the clown's map control, because without the invigoration effect from the yellow bottles, he was as good at this as the Trapper, or any other M1 killer for that matter. And here's the final nail to the coffin, just in case some of you people still feel nostalgic about the original clown. Sometimes his bottles used to explode in your hand right as you were about to throw them, like randomly, without any reason, just because the devs couldn't restrain their own spaghetti code and didn't thoroughly test it for possible bugs before pushing it on the live servers. I'm not sure. I mean, let's try really low, like this. Well, you might as well just explode in my hand. Bro, old clown, what the fuck? And this bug wasn't that uncommon too. Oh no. I actually ran into it like 10 times over about 30-40 minutes of gameplay. It was really pissing me off because we were recording the footage for this video and it just kept getting in the way of whatever we were trying to test. And mind you, those were just custom games with my friend, i.e. completely controlled environment where if something goes wrong, you can always just redo it. In a real match, all you could do was just pray that it doesn't happen to your last bottle, because otherwise 5-second long reloading, remember? The only positive thing about the release version of the clown I can think of is the effect his bottles used to produce after breaking against elevated surfaces. You know this thing when your bottle hits a tree or a wall or basically anything that's not floor and the toxin cloud bursts into several smaller chunks which get scattered around and prevent survivors from taking the optimal path in the loop? Well, the way it used to work originally was much stronger, because instead of the firework-like effect, the toxin used to fall down as a huge cloud which covered the entire tile and made it literally impossible to avoid the slowdown effect. And the higher you threw the bottle, the more area the toxin covered, to the point that one bottle was enough to deny survivors the cow tree or harvesters on the farm maps. Can you try and hit the spot so that it actually covers the entire loop? Like the whole loop, including the window and the pallet. Oh yeah, I think you did it. Oh my god, look at this toxin dome. What the fuck? Oh my god. I cannot vault, man. You actually got the entire, like, both sides of the loop. With all this said about the old clown's ability, I can't help but mention the situation with his add-ons. The thing is that most of them were pretty much the same as their present-day counterparts, which is honestly quite surprising for a killer that went through a rework. If you download DBD 2.3.3 from my Discord, the link is gonna be in the description by the way, and browse through the add-ons the clown had at that time yourself, you'll have trouble recognizing only 8 items. That is Robin Feather, which used to reduce the cooldown between bottle throws, thick cork stopper and fingerless parade gloves, which used to speed up reloading, VHS you know what, I'm not gonna say this word because I want to keep monetization, which used to increase the movement speed while reloading, Solvent Jog, which used to make survivors coming into contact with your toxin exhausted, Garish Makeup Kit, which used to increase the area covered by the toxin and made the intoxication effect last longer, and Cigar Box, which is a variation of the previous add-on, but instead of making intoxication last longer, it used to increase the vision blurriness after getting intoxicated. Now, if you understand something about DBD, I shouldn't probably explain to you that back then running either Garish Makeup Kit or Cigar Box was one of the dirtiest things you could do as the clown. But I mean, good thing that you couldn't combine these add-ons and turn your clown into the ultimate chase machine, which would be absolutely immune to looping because of the infinite slowdown and compromised vision. Oh wait, you could do that because the description of both add-ons actually says stacks? Oh well, that's one way to make survivors hate the new killer. I don't want any corn, yeah, this is a perfect spot. Hit me. What? Yeah, there you go. Oh no! Oh, what? Oh, hello! And it's still going! Hello! What? Bro! It's like, bro, I literally got intoxicated IRL. What the fuck? On top of this, there were 2 completely unique add-ons that can no longer be found in the clown's blood web. Ether 5 volume % and Ether 10 volume %. And Guess what they used to do? A. Make intoxication last longer. B. Make intoxication last longer. C. Make intoxication last longer. And D. Make intoxication last longer. Of course it used to make intoxication last longer. I mean, what else could it be? It's not like we already have 2 add-ons with this obnoxious effect. No, let's add more. Among the remaining add-ons, I can't help but mention the infamous Finky Pinger, which makes survivors directly hit by a bottle one-shot until the intoxication effect wears off. Ever since the release of the Curtain Call DLC, this add-on has been getting tons of hate. And I'm sure that even the most dedicated clown mains are not gonna play stupid and pretend like they don't understand why. Cause it's just morally wrong to make survivors exposed while also taking their ability to move so that they couldn't even try to dodge the hit. These days, Pinky Finger at least gives clowns a massive debuff, reducing the maximum number of their bottles to 1, which makes it running without cheap gin bottle for 2 extra bottles completely non-viable. Unless of course you want to play the reloading simulator. But back in the day, Pinky Finger had absolutely no negative properties, which means that the very same combination of add-ons used to give you 6 insta-down bottles. Can't wait to see this. Literally just cannot wait to see this. Come on. 6 bottles. 6 bottles, bro! Get over here. Oh, there you are. You might as well just start running away from me, because you're gonna need some distance. Alright. You know what I just realized is that I actually get to slow you down before, before actually... Okay, no. What? Why would you... Okay, never mind. It doesn't matter, man. Wow, I totally hit that, bro. There you go. Come on. There you f***ing go. Well, boys and girls, now you know how the clown hate started. On both sides, mind you. Survivors hated him because he sucked all the fun out of chases. And killers because despite being quite a threat in 1v1 scenarios, when it came to 4v1, he played like a typical M1 pushover. But despite all the negative feedback from the community, the devs seem to be 100% satisfied with the job they did with their new killer. I mean, how else can you explain that for almost 2 years since the clown's release, his power had only 2 minor tweaks, none of which addressed the actually important issues the community was complaining about. The first tweak increased, I'm gonna say this again,
the responsiveness of projectile throwing,
also known as imaginary non-existent bullcrap. And the second one completely got rid of the slowdown after throwing bottles to make sure that the game doesn't punish you for simply using your ability. Are you sure you wanna actually try it here? Oh wow. I feel like so much more agile. Bro, what the f were you doing? Alright, bamboozle this. I feel like so much more agile in this version. Are you gonna... Alright, whatever. Bro, I'm not slowing down. There's nothing you can do. And slow down ever more. Can you reach that? Of course you can. But, bro, it doesn't matter. It feels like so much better to play. Naturally, these humble steps were not enough to make people love the clown. The situation called for much more serious measures, namely a full-on rework, which the devs actually released about half a year later in patch 4.5.0. The first thing this patch addressed was the clown's long reloading animation. The patch notes claim that it went from 5 seconds to 3, which is impressive. Or should I say would be impressive if this was actually true. The thing is that according to the devs, reloading is considered finished as soon as the game hot updates the bottle counter, which takes exactly 3 seconds from the moment you press control on your keyboard, or whatever the f you console gamers have to press. However, after the rework, the counter started updating 1 second earlier than the reloading animation finished, meaning that you had to wait 1 extra second before you could throw bottles and walk at full speed again. So yes, behavior, the reloading animation of the new clown lasts 4 seconds and not 3 like you said. I'll just throw all of them away again. Like this, hitting control and spamming M2. The counter updated, but look! I literally just had to wait a couple of more seconds. Why? Why did you... What? Is this a joke? Why do you update the counter so early? If I still have no access to bottles. Next, the devs significantly weakened the effect from the bottles hitting elevated surfaces. From now on, they no longer created this toxic dome around the tile and instead covered several small chunks of area around it. Not sure if it was done because behavior thought that this feature was too strong or because it was never supposed to be a thing in the first place, but in any case, as a survivor main, I don't miss it one bit. Okay. I cannot aim, apparently. There you go. Did it slow you down?
Yes.
All right, let's try again. Let's try again. There you go. Touch one of the clouds. Touch one of the clouds. Okay. Does it slow you down just like when I do this? Same?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I guess it still works. But most importantly, in this patch, the clown finally received his yellow bottles with the speed up effect, which drastically increased the dynamics of his gameplay, allowing him to quickly traverse the map and apply pressure even on the faraway gens. Overall, a great addition to the clown's base kit, but I wouldn't be myself if I didn't find something to complain about here. First of all, having to constantly switch between the two types of bottles is just annoying. It's like playing the old doctor who couldn't shock survivors unless he manually enabled the treatment mode before that. Second, sometimes it can be a little confusing. I can't even count how many times I've used the wrong type of bottle during the chase and accidentally gave the survivor a free speed boost instead of slowing them down. Oh, good f***ing job, bro. I literally just sped her up for no reason. And third, why does the effect from yellow bottles take so much time to kick in? It's like you throw a bottle, the cloud appears, but when you walk through it, nothing happens because apparently you didn't drop the bottle far enough and now you have to stand in the cloud like an idiot waiting for it to activate. And I know that for the most part it's just a skill issue, which gets resolved as soon as you learn that you can increase the throwing distance of a bottle by holding it longer. But what do I do on the closed maps where there's walls everywhere and there's physically no way to throw a bottle farther than a few meters? There's a bunch of like small rooms here which are just crazy. Like, look at this. How on earth are you actually supposed to use your yellow bottles here so that they have like enough time to activate? Like, I swear. And nothing. I literally just walked through it. I mean, I guess I could just go in the next room like and drop it here, and like here it's probably gonna have enough space. Yeah. But what if you actually want to do it here? Like, you just get inside, like, drop it there. I didn't even touch it. Like, what is this, man? But map control is not the only purpose of yellow bottles. They can also be used to gain an advantage in chases. The trick here is that the speed boost from yellow bottles also applies to survivors. But here's the catch. If the survivor touches both a yellow and a pink cloud, the effects from them will cancel each other out, leaving them with their default movement speed. So what you can do is throw a yellow bottle on the one side of the loop and a pink one on the other, and chase the survivors so that they run through both of the clouds in order to make sure that they don't get a free speed boost. Meanwhile, you're actually gonna become faster, because as the killer you're completely immune to the slowdown from the pink bottles. And that's how you catch up with survivors and hit them even in some pretty safe loops. And yellow bottle goes. Pink bottle goes. Both get invigorated. No, I need to hug the walls. Okay, come on. You didn't make it. You literally just didn't make it. Oh my god. That actually works! Last but not least, this patch also revisited some of the clown's add-ons. Several of them were simply rebalanced, while several more were either completely overhauled or even replaced with the new add-ons in order to match the new power of the clown. Surprisingly though, one of the clown's most problematic add-ons, namely Pinky Finger, was completely ignored in this patch. It remained absolutely unchanged for one more year, after which in patch 5.5.0 the devs made it reduce the maximum number of bottles by 2. Apparently it wasn't enough, because about 6 months ago it was nerfed one more time, and now it decreases the number of bottles by 3. Did it make this add-on less popular? I wouldn't say so, because somehow every other clown I see on the European servers still runs it. And let me tell you, going versus it feels barely any better than before. For me personally, the clown has always been and always will be one of the least fun killers to go against. And at this point, this opinion is very unlikely to change. Unless of course the devs are gonna rework him again and turn him from an anti-loop killer to a catch-up killer, similar to the Hillbilly or Demogorgon. But even despite my dislike for this character, I can't deny his contribution to shaping the landscape of modern Dead by Daylight. After all, it was him who introduced Bamboozle and Pop Goes the Weasel, both of which had a significant impact on how the game plays today.